Watching someone walk through the desert at gunpoint gives me heavy deja vu. I came from uptown, way uptown. I came from uptown, way uptown. I came from uptown, way. Ayy. So I checked out Borrego. It's a thriller about drug smuggling that was directed by Jesse Harris. The film follows a botanist named Ellie, who witnesses a plane crash while out conducting research on flowers that aren't supposed to be in the San Diego desert near the Mexican border. This turned out to be a metaphor because she wasn't supposed to be out there either and gets caught up at the wrong place at the wrong time after she finds a drug smuggler at the scene of the crash with a huge supply of drugs around him. After barely avoiding getting smoked by the smuggler, she's abducted by him and forced to help carry his drugs through the blazing hot desert towards his drop-off point in the Salton Sea area in California at gunpoint. The film's story was decent, but there has been plenty of movies made in the past with scenes of people being forced to walk through the desert at gunpoint. My favorite is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That movie is a classic. The film was about 2 hours long, but they could have wrapped this joint up in about an hour. They dragged this movie out with a lot of shots of the desert, and that combined with the many scenes of Ellie and the smuggler walking through the desert together made the movie feel slow-paced. The visuals of the desert and mountains were amazing though. And the fact that the characters used the surrounding cliffs and canyons during the foot chases and shootouts was a nice touch. In the film, since the drugs don't arrive on time to their destination, a murderous drug dealer named Guillermo goes out looking for the pilot to retrieve the drugs. So while Ellie is trekking through the desert with the smuggler Tomas, Guillermo is following their trail, and so is a local sheriff and his hard-headed daughter after Ellie was reported missing. The film started off with a few phrases about how addictive prescription drugs are and how they cause unnecessary deaths through overdoses. And they also state that drug smuggling is impacting the lives of people on both sides of the border. But instead of giving us visuals to show how drugs have affected society, they gave us a mildly believable story of a woman being abducted to depict how dangerous drug smuggling has made the US-Mexico border. Since they wanted to shed light on fentanyl, which is doing a lot of damage in society right now, what they should have done is focus more on showing how fentanyl is made, distributed, and consumed by people. Also, they gave zero solutions on how to stop drug smuggling or help people addicted to prescription drugs. Lucy Hale starred as Ellie. She played her role well, but little to nothing is known about her character other than the emotional story that she shared about how her prescription drug addiction led to her younger sister's death, and the fact that she's into plants. But they never dive deeper into her past drug use when they should have. In fact, they spent no time trying to develop her character. Clearly, the film's focus was to try and make you feel bad about the situation that she was dealing with in order to get you emotionally tied to her character. But by the end of the film, we realized that her abductor, Tomas, played by Leonard Gomez, ain't a bad dude after all. He's just a man doing what he feels he's gotta do to feed his fan. The villain in this film is the drug dealer Guillermo. He was played by George A. Jimenez, or is it Jimenez? Either way, he was a murderous psychopath that smoked everyone that he came across in an attempt to leave no witnesses behind. Overall, his character was pretty generic, but his ability to turn up from 0 to 100 real quick kept the film entertaining. Overall, the film was mildly suspenseful and thrilling, and it was pretty predictable too. There was definitely a lot more drama and dialogue between the characters than action in this joint, but it's still worth checking out if you're bored and looking for something new to watch. I'm gonna go ahead and run Borrego 2 mics. Let me know what y'all thought about the film in the comments below. It's absolutely free for y'all to support the channel. Doesn't cost y'all a dime to hit that like and subscribe button. Moving forward, I'm only responding to subscriber comments, so lock in with me and hit that subscribe button, and I'm gonna get up with y'all on the next video, alright? Holla at me. I came from uptown, way uptown. I came from uptown, way uptown. I came from uptown, way